Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to scroll on in before I dive into the topic for today. Got a quick build that I want to do today. Something simple that I want to touch on. Simple yet complicated to most. So I just want to kind of break it down to you all. Simplistic terms. Close some of these browsers down. Hopefully you all are enjoying today. Beautiful Wednesday. Louisiana, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? How you living, man? How you maintaining? How you holding up? Just give everybody a chance to scroll on in, man. I kind of had some ripping and running I had to do today, man. So I got on here kind of late. Y'all know how that go, but I'm always make time to do what I need to do. So hopefully y'all staying healthy out there, man. Taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. TZ Frank, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Lachelle, peace. What's going on? How you living? Louisiana, that's the best way to do it. TZ Frank, no doubt. And one thing that I have noticed is a lot of people just simply don't understand the process of like losing weight or burning fat. A lot of people don't understand how complicated this whole process is. A lot of people think it's real simple. Lindell, peace. What's going on? Ronnie Ryan, peace. What's going on? But yeah, I've just understood. That's why I'm kind of touching on this subject once again, because I'm seeing that a lot of people really don't understand the fat burning process, man, what it really takes to get into that fat burning zone. And not even that, a lot of people just don't understand why they not shredding up, leaning out, losing weight, whatever it is that they striving to do. So I just kind of want to touch on that, man. A lot of people don't understand how this process goes. A lot of people don't understand how complicated it is to like lose weight and to burn fat. It's a complicated process. A lot of people think that it's as simple as eat less, move more. Weight loss or burning fat is not that simple, because obesity in and of itself is a hormonal imbalance. So it's really not the result of someone overeating. And a lot of people think that people have simply become obese or overweight because they overeat. That's not how that works, man. It's a hormonal imbalance that occurred that led to them overeating. So like I was reading in the book, and the book even stated it was like overeating is not the cause of obesity, it's the result of obesity. So it's like once they get to that point, then it's like the hormones start going crazy, signaling to that person to eat. So that's what causes them to overeat once they get to that state, that obese state. So that's a result of obesity and not the actual cause. And a lot of people think it's the other way around. So a lot of people do not understand that. So it's like if you are a person or you know a person that's struggling with like weight loss, man, you got to be that source of inspiration, be that source of motivation, be that encouragement for that person, man, because losing weight is a challenging process, man. It is a very challenging process, very challenging. And it is not that it's going to be a lot of ups and downs in regards to the weight loss process, man. So if you know somebody that's striving to lose weight, you know somebody that's striving to shred up, lean out, whatever the case may be, you got to be that inspiration to that person, man. Do not overly criticize that individual, because it's a rough process. It's a very rough process. It takes a lot of discipline to do some of the things that's required in regards to losing weight, burning fat, shredding up, leaning out. A lot of discipline. Depending on how you were living previously, you got to make a lot of like changes, a lot of adjustments if you are striving to really shred up. And the reason why I'm using the word like shred up, lean out, because a lot of people are coming to me with that goal. They are striving to lean up, shred up. So they striving to get shredded out here. In order to get shredded, you got to burn that. You got to burn that fat. You got to shrink that body fat. Got to decrease that body fat. That's the only true way to shred up. So if you're striving to shred up, got to decrease that body fat. Yeah, TZ Frank is more so is willpower, but then that willpower is what also causes some people to fail too. So that's why I try to tell people, man, don't when it comes to like changing up your habits, because that's the reason why a lot of people gain weight in it in the first place, man. It's like it's just habits. It's habits. So again, in order to change that habit, man, you got to change like the routine and things of that nature. So I don't like to, like when I was trying to get away from meat, I didn't like to be around the meat. So I didn't like to exercise that willpower, man. That was just too tempting. So any given chance that I could not be around the meat, I took that opportunity. I did not like being around the meat, man. I did not like exercising that willpower because it was draining. And that will drain you. That's why a lot of people cave in, because having to utilize a ton of willpower every day is draining. It's draining. So it's best to like minimize your exposure to whatever it is that may cause you to like cave in. So Sean, wait a minute, Sean. So you asking, why do you see people lose weight after being obsessed with the diet? Because, and keyword what you said, like I said in previous videos, every diet is going to work up to a point. Every diet is going to work up to a point. What a lot of people don't see, some people even see it, is that once you get off of that diet, and go right back to the lifestyle that you were living pre-diet, you put that weight right back on. So every diet is going to work up to a point. Then you're going to hit that wall. That's why I'm not a fan of diet. That's why I'm a fan of like changing your lifestyle. That's the only way to really maintain the weight loss. That's the only way to maintain it. And that's the name of the game. Losing weight is one thing, but maintaining that weight loss is another thing. And that's where people tend to fail a lot. Like I said, losing that weight in regards to a diet, it will work up to a point. When you eliminate anything out of your diet, you're going to drop some pounds off the rip of just doing that. And sometimes, a lot of the times, it ain't necessarily even body fat that you're losing. Some people may be losing water weight and things of that nature. So again, like you got to factor in all of that. That's why you have some people that they can lose a lot of weight, but they have what's called that skinny fat. That skinny fat look. So that's not the look that you necessarily want. So I've seen that a lot. And that's when people, they losing, not only are they losing that fat, but they losing muscle in the process. So I tell a lot of people don't understand that too. So it's one thing to burn the fat, but you want to be building muscle as well. And hence people, that's what people mean by when they say tone up, when they want to tone up, that's what they mean by that. So it's a lot of people that then lost weight, but that weight includes muscle, to the point where when they get to that target weight, they not satisfied with how they look. It's that skinny fat look. And you all know what I'm talking about. That person that then lost all type of weight, but it's like still flabby. You do not want that look. That means that basically is the person that lost all of their weight via the diet, via what they were eating. Like if you're not adding weightlifting or exercising to your regimen, then you're going to have that skinny fat look. You always want to strive to tone everything up. You always want to strive to build muscle while burning fat simultaneously. I'm Nippin' and Goldie. What's going on with you, fam? Yeah, Marlon, like I said, yeah, like you said, you only got so much willpower in a day. So that's why, like, I was really cautious in regards to my surroundings when I was trying to cut, when I was striving to, because I wasn't trying to do it. I did cut these things out. When I was cutting these things out of my diet or my regimen per se, I had to be real mindful in regards to the environments that I surrounded myself in or with. I wasn't about to just go any and everywhere, man. If I knew it was going to be a lot of temptation, then I was probably not going to attend. I was probably not going to attend. But now I want to kind of touch on the exercise portion of it. Like my man TZ Frank talked about, working out in the fastest state, most definitely. If you striving to shred up, lean out, You should always be working out in that fasted state. Always be working out in that fasted state. And a lot of people feel like they're going to pass out, faint, whatever the case may be. If you feel that way, then the best thing to do is to consume a fruit, because you burn through that fruit rather quickly. I think it's about 15 to 20 minutes it takes for you to burn through that fruit. Amber, peace, what's going on? But another thing that a lot of people sleep on, a lot of people really don't understand this science. A fruit fast is cool. See, a lot of people instill, like, they've instilled a lot of fear in people in regards to fruit. Fruit fast is cool. Yeah, fruit fast is cool, man. I've been studying a lot of raw food books, fruitarianism and things of that nature. I mean, a fruit fast is cool. I wouldn't go, fruitarian or nothing like that, but just fasting on fruits there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do like a 2-3 day detox on fruits, like, that's fine. That's fine. Like, nothing is wrong with that at all. But one thing that people got to stop doing, man, you got to stop eating, loading up on carbs or anything, man, before you work out. If you eat, you want to give yourself about 2 hours, man, before you exercise. Because they say it take about, say if you eat 30 minutes to an hour before your workout, they say it take about an hour for you to burn through the carbs that you just consumed. So if your workout is not longer than an hour, pretty much all you just did was burn through the food that you just consumed before that workout. So in order for you to start burning fat for that workout, like, you got to work out for like 2 hours. So you do not want to do that. You do not want to do that. We need to stop consuming these these large meals before we work out. Louisiana, the best thing is to be able to work out in that fasted state. But if you must eat something, grab a fruit like a banana or something, because they say it take about 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes before you burn through that fruit. So if you really want to shred up, lean out, you want to be in that fasted state. If you can't work out first thing in the morning, then 2 hours. Like, 2 hours is the time frame after a meal before you work out. So give yourself 2 hours after a meal before you get your workout on, man. And then you'll probably be in that fat burning zone. Eating after you work out is crucial, because again, when you're working out, that's when you're doing the damage. So you want to consume a decent amount of protein after a workout. That's why you see a lot of bodybuilders and whatnot drink protein shakes after they work out. I don't necessarily recommend a protein shake, but you want to get you some protein in after your workout. That protein is going to repair the muscle damage that just transpired via that workout. So you definitely want to consume decent amount of protein after the workout. And it's easy to get that protein from like plant-based sources like hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are perfect. Like, I just grab you a handful of hemp seeds after a workout, instead of you having to drink the protein shakes that's tearing up your kidney, your liver, your bones, and et cetera, et cetera. So you want to get your protein in after that workout. They say at least about an hour after the workout, you want to consume your meal. But a lot of people are pressed for time, depending on when you work out too. A lot of people are pressed for time. Hence why you see a lot of people drink protein shakes. But eating after the workout is crucial, because you're replenishing what you just destroyed. But if you want to actually get into the fat burning zone while working out, you got to do that on an empty stomach. Oh, Marcus G, if you trying to gain, then it's easy. You gotta eat. You gotta eat, and then you gotta lift heavy. Because I know the struggle that you dealing with, because I've always had a hard trouble. I'm a hard gainer. It takes a lot for me to gain. But once I was in college and played ball, I had gained 20 pounds. So I know exactly how to gain. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. I was eating 5 or 6 small meals a day, and I was lifting heavy and hard. And I put on 20 pounds. Most of it was muscle. So 5 or 6 small meals a day, eating every 2 to 3 hours, and you lifting heavy and hard. And you gotta do that at least 4 to 5 times a week in regards to the lifting. So you got to go hard with the lifting, man. You got to strength train, and you got to get your meals in if you're striving to gain. Gaining is right up my alley because that's what I've had a problem with. That's what I had to master. So I know how to gain. Michelle, I work out once a day, and it depends on what my goal is. So if I'm strength training, meaning I'm lifting heavy weight, then I'm only working out 3 times a week. Now, if I'm trying to like scope my body, kind of bodybuilder type workouts, then I may work out 5 to 6 times a week. So it just kind of depends on what I'm aiming for in regards to the frequency, how many times I work out per week, but I only work out once a day. And then if I can, I'll do some light stretching maybe before I go to sleep or something like that. But the crazy thing, if you striving to gain and if you're striving to lose, you need to be lifting heavy weights. Like I understand what's going on with the pandemic and whatnot, but at some point you're gonna have to start hitting some heavy weights to really form the body how you like, to really sculpt the body how you want it. Like start investing in some dumbbells or something, man. Get you some dumbbells, get you a jump rope, get you some kettlebells, whatever the case may be, man, and make sure you get some heavy joints. Make sure you get some heavy joints. Of course, get the light ones, work your way up to the heavy joints, but you want to make sure you invest in some heavy weights, heavy dumbbells, heavy kettlebells. You can make it work with either one of those. But you don't want to just keep going lightweight, bunch of reps. Nah, at some point, you want to test your strength. You want to build that strength up. So I'm a big advocate of strength training in regards to losing and gaining. Just period, for your overall health and fitness, man. For your overall level of health and fitness, I recommend strength training. Definitely recommend strength training. But again, if you striving to burn the fat, striving to lose the weight, then you want to do so on an empty stomach. And understand that when you consume something, all you pretty much doing is working that off or burning that. If you consume something 30 minutes to an hour before the workout, all you pretty much doing is working that off. Lachelle, it depends. It depends on like twice a day. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But if you was like a bodybuilder striving to compete in a competition or whatever, then a lot of times they work out twice a day. Some of them work out twice a day. Other than that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. Terenzo, most definitely. I can understand that because it's cold where I'm at. It's about to start snowing over this way soon, so I already know. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, but a lot of times, man, we do the wrong thing. Tamel, peace, what's going on? That's the main key. Exercising in that fasted state, man. Try not to consume anything at least 2 hours like before your workout. That is the main key. And then even while you're working out, a lot of people drink not energy drinks, but like Gatorade, Powerades, and things of that nature. A lot of people do that. That's incorrect. You want to just make sure you're drinking water while you're working out. So you want to try to work out in that fasted state. And then you want to be drinking water while you're working out. That's crucial. And then you want to, again, strive to do some strength training. But it's best to do it like if you can wake up first thing in the morning and do some cardio in that fasted state, that's the golden ticket right there. Like ideally, if you can wake up in the morning, man, and just go for a run or like jog or something, get some miles in on an empty stomach, that's the golden ticket. That's the golden ticket. You will burn quickly. You will burn rather quickly. Like ideally, that'd be the best thing for you to do. Get your cardio off. You could just wake up and jump rope. 30, 45-minute jump rope routine or rope routine. You will be good to roll. You'll be good to roll on that empty stomach. Jump in that rope and do some like ab workouts. You will be good to roll. Terenzo, most definitely. Tamel, yep. And here's another trick too. So y'all already heard me talk about HIIT training, high intensity training. Yeah, high intensity training, that's another way. Because one of the ways that they recommend that you get to that fat burning zone, they tell you that you got to work out for longer than an hour, especially if you have consumed some food. So they telling you to work out longer than an hour, about an hour 15, hour 30 minutes to get into that fat burning zone. That's if you consume some food pre-workout. So if you consume something about an hour or two before the workout, then you must work out longer than an hour 30 minutes, 2 hours. Then you're going to hit that fat burning zone. If you consume something, if you feel like you cannot work out in that fasted state, then what you must do some HIIT training, some high intensity interval training, meaning you must go from exit, like no rest breaks. So you know how you bench pressing, you may do a set, then you may rest. Well, if you consume something an hour before your workout, and if you striving to burn fat, there is no rest break. So let's say you do a set with the bench press. In between sets, do some jumping jacks. Then let's say you move to the incline press. In between sets, don't rest. Do some running high knees for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Then let's say you move over to some dumbbell flies. We focusing on the chest. Then do some mountain climbers in between sets. Never rest. That's what they call active rest. Like that's an active rest. So if you striving to burn fat and you feel like you can't work out in that fasted state, then I recommend active resting, meaning you're not sitting down during your rest period. You're doing something, jumping jacks, high knees, push-ups, sit-ups, mountain climbers, burpees, whatever the case may be, anything. If you weight training, you're doing a body weight movement in between sets. Then if you're doing like a home-based routine, then you basically just doing you're doing circuits, movement after movement after movement after movement, no rest in between. Like that's the major key. So when you add all of that together, you work out in that fasted state. And on the days where you feel like you can't work out in that fasted state, you do the HIIT training, the interval training, you will be good to roll. And then another thing too, and I've already talked about getting that scale that measures your body fat, but you want to be weighing yourself, getting that body fat number at least 2 to 3 times a week. Eli Smooth, peace, what's going on? Chris, most definitely got to get that heart rate up. Got to always move. The only time where you don't have to do that is if you like me, like right now, I'm just doing some strength training. So I'm not striving to really burn any fat, lean up, shred up, none of that. I'm focused on building my strength. So with that, I can rest. I must rest. So I must rest for like 2 to 3 minutes between sets because I'm lifting real heavy. So that's what I'm on right now. But if you're striving to burn fat, you want to keep moving. Motion is the name of the game, especially when you didn't consume some carbs or something like that before your workout, because that's the preferred fuel source for the body. So if you consume carbs before the workout, the body is definitely going to use that as fuel, meaning you not tapping into the fat to burn. So you want to get into that fat burning zone. So a lot of people, they be chilling. When I go to gyms, or when I went to gyms back in the day, a lot of people was just chilling, man. They'll do a set and then they'll sit there for 4 or 5 minutes before they do the next set and wonder why they not getting any results. You chilling, you too comfortable, man. You got to move. You got to make yourself uncomfortable. That's the only way to really tap into that fat, man, and tap into those results like how you need to. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. Motion is medicine. OG Loke, man, no more Twix, bro. No more Twix. Yeah, so those rest breaks are crucial. A lot of times we be getting too comfortable. We get too comfortable. We get too lazy. So you want to stop all that. If the objective is to get lean, get shredded, minimize the rest breaks, or don't rest at all and do some active resting, high knees or something in between sets. So that's crucial. So if you could combine all of that, like if you can do your cardio first thing in the morning, cardio and some like abs, So basically jumping rope, because that's my form of cardio. I like jumping rope. So you can jump some rope, do some ab movements first thing in the morning. So that's how you breaking that's the breakfast for you. That's how you breaking the fast right there with your exercise. So first thing in the morning, man, you can jump some rope, do some ab movements. Then you can consume whatever it is that you want to consume. I would recommend kind of replenishing what you just broke down. Or I would eat some fruits after that if it's in the morning. So I'll probably eat some fruits after the workout if you do it in the morning. And then if you're going to do some weight training later in the day, then that's when you want to do the high intensity interval training or the circuit training, however you want to phrase it, however you want to do it. You do that, man, you would probably be in some of the best shape of your life. James Brown, I don't recommend coffee, period, but definitely not before a workout, especially if the goal is to get lean, shredded, lose weight, any of that. If that's the goal, you do not want to consume any type of coffee before a workout. No. The only thing that I would recommend consuming before a workout, and that's if weight loss is the goal, like a fruit. And then outside of the fruit, while you're working out, just drinking your water. That's it. That's it, man. But the reason why I wanted to touch on this, man, because a lot of people, I have seen how frustrated it is, man, in regards to like fitness, whether it's weight loss, whether it's gaining, man, a lot of people just get so discouraged. A lot of people out here got a lot of like health and fitness goals, man, but they getting discouraged for one, because they may be going about it incorrectly, and two, they just not as committed as they need to be. Jacquez B, after the workout, like I said, if it's in the morning after the workout, I recommend consuming some fruits. If you work out like during the evening after the workout, then you want to consume like some protein. The best thing to do is consume like a salad with like some hemp seeds or something. Get your dark leafy greens in with a good protein source. Now, if you're working out in like the middle of the day, then you can go a little bit crazier in regards to your meal, because that's when your digestive system is the most active. So if you're working out the middle of the day, like 12 to 2, then you can eat a heavier meal because your digestive system can handle it. Oh yeah, Tom. Yeah, Tom. After that fasted workout, man, just break it with some fruits. If it's in the morning, break it with some fruits. If it's in the evening time, then probably some dark leafy greens with like some hemp seeds. Just keep it simple like that. I mean, if you can make a smoothie, that'll also be ideal too. You can break it with a smoothie. That'll be something that's good. And like, you can make your own protein type smoothie. A lot of people be making these protein shakes, when really you could just make your own smoothie and put a lot of protein packed foods in that smoothie. So you can really make your own protein shake. You can put some bananas in there with like some hemp seeds and some pumpkin seeds. And if you can take peanut butter, then that's good, like some organic peanut butter. If not, you got the the almond butter, and then you got sunflower butter. So either one of those, you put them joints in there with like some bananas or something, man, and you create your own protein shake with like some hemp seeds, and you good to roll. So that's another thing I would recommend, man, just making your own protein smoothie. No, Eric, I'm not talking about the shakes that you would buy from like the store. I'm talking about making your own shakes. And then again, even when it comes to like, now the store-bought shakes, most definitely sugar. But when you're making your own shakes, I wouldn't worry about the sugar in regards to like fruits, especially if it's in the morning time. Morning time is when you kind of need that little spike. Montel, peace, what's going on? All right, Eric. So this is the thing. You trying to burn 5 pounds of fat. Okay, so the best way to go about doing that. So Is running something that you like to do? Because I wouldn't, let me see, 5 days a week, I wouldn't necessarily run that much unless you like training for something or you just like to run. I wouldn't necessarily run 5 times a week. I may run like 3 times a week because I actually value lifting more than I would value like running. Yeah, nah, yeah, that stuff at Smoothie King, you gotta watch that. Yeah, you gotta watch that stuff. Yeah, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch those smoothies. Herc 187. Yeah, the slow carbs are the carbs that I recommend. Those are the carbs that's actually the best for like energy. Those are the best for energy because like the fruits and then of course like the refined sugars and things of that nature, they give you that quick boost. They give you that quick boost, like boom, and then 30 minutes you back down, you come crashing down. The slow carbs, like the complex carbs, they give you that energy over time. So the quinoa, the lentils, and things of that nature. So those are actually like good for energy too. But yeah, lentils is definitely good for putting on weight. Then the quinoa with like some beans, good for putting on weight as well. Now I don't know if you asking, are you striving to like put on muscle, because those are good for putting on muscle. Now, if you eat them at night and you striving to lose, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. If you striving to lose and you looking for something to consume at night, I recommend like salad. I recommend like some steamed veggies. And if you do eat the lentils and quinoa, then I like smaller portions. But at nighttime, when you striving to lose, man, I recommend just a lot of like veggies, a lot of greens, a lot of greens. I tell a person that's striving to lose, striving to burn fat, striving to lose weight, I tell them to eat the quinoa and the lentils like for lunch or something. Oh, OG Low, when it comes to ab training, the abs are made in the kitchen. The abs are made in the kitchen. So you got to stay away from the refined carbs, man, the processed foods, and you just got to eat whole foods when it comes to the abs, man. And then with that, again, if you strength train or if you just do your basic ab movements, man, like planks, side planks, leg lifts, crunches, bicycles, scissor kicks, all of that good stuff, man, you will develop the abs, but those are made in the kitchen. Abs is like 90% what you eat. Abs about 90% what you eat. So you have really got to eat clean if you're striving to develop that midsection. So you got to eliminate all the refined carbs, man, all the processed foods, all the fattening foods. You got to eliminate those joints. And you got to drink your water. Montel, when it comes to strengthening the bones, I'm glad you brought that up because I done broke that down in a few videos as well. The thing of it is, they partially got it correct when they talked about milk in regards to why it strengthens the bones. Milk is a decent source of calcium, cow's milk that is. But the problem with milk is how acidic it is. So in order for the body to kind of process the milk, it has to neutralize. It has to neutralize the toxins that come with that milk. What is the best buffer for acid in the body is calcium. So the body strips calcium from its bones in order to neutralize the acidic nature of the milk. So that's why that milk actually weakens the bones. That's why the milk is not good for the bones. But you do need calcium for the bones as well as magnesium. Magnesium, you get a lot of magnesium from your dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens. And then calcium. I'm going to just keep it simple. I'm not about to bombard y'all with a lot of sources of these vitamins and minerals. So if you want your magnesium, dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, things of that nature. Now, calcium, one of the best sources of calcium that's underrated, sesame seeds. And kale is a very good source of calcium. So if you just keep it green, you will get your calcium and you will get your magnesium. And that will help preserve your bones, strengthen your bones. So it's just that simple. Get you some sesame seeds and consume your dark leafy greens, and you will be good to roll. Now, again, if you diversify what you eat, if you eat a lot of whole foods, a lot of plant-based foods, then you by default will get enough magnesium and calcium. But those are like some of the main sources right there, like 3 of them. Spinach, kale, sesame seeds. If you eat those on a regular basis, then your bones will be good. Like Montel, you'll be good when you do that, along with, of course, obviously exercising and whatnot. But if you're looking for foods, because again, you could do all the exercising in the world. If you're not supplying your body with what it needs, then you actually doing your body more harm than good by working out. So you want to make sure you are supplying your body with what it needs as well as working out. So that's why a lot of people, man, when they in the gym, they working out, but they not eating how they need to eat. That's why you see a lot of these big dudes, they fracture bones and things of that nature. They not eating correctly. They not eating correctly. All right, Eric. So, okay, got you. So you striving to burn fat first. So yeah, that's good doing it via the cardio. But again, like I said, get that scale to measure your body fat. But you can easily burn that fat off. You can burn about 1 pound or 2 a week by doing that cardio first thing in the morning in that fasted state, man, getting you about 30 to 45 minutes or up to an hour of that cardio in that fasted state. Then once you get that body fat down to where you want it, now it's time to build that muscle mass up. Now it's time to build that muscle mass up, and it's time to hit those weights. So once you get that body fat to the percentage that you want, now you go into that gym and you go hard, or you hit those weights hard. Yeah, Eric, some of those dressings are very fattening. There are some like vegan like type dressings and whatnot, but just because it has vegan on it don't necessarily mean it's best for you. Like vinaigrette is cool. You could even sprinkle like some olive oil or some flaxseed oil on the salad. Eli Smooth, man, just listen to the body. If you're not hungry, hey, fast, man. Your body, like you're not hungry for a reason. Your mind is telling you to fast, man. So just listen to it. A lot of people don't understand that. Hey, sometimes you just gotta fast, refrain from eating. Like that's fasting, man. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Jaquez, yeah, the same rules apply. Just sometimes when it comes, it's easier. For just from my experience, and this is actually some science behind it. Like men tend to see the results a lot faster than women. And that's just all it is. So women really got to stick to it for obvious reasons. So y'all tend to have more body, like women tend to have more body fat than men and things of that nature. So like the dudes, we'll see the results rather quickly. It's gonna take a woman some time to see those results. So that's why I have to let them know, like it's definitely not gonna happen overnight. The organic steel cut oats depends on what your goal is. Depends on what your goal is. If you striving to burn fat, I wouldn't recommend consuming that before a workout. Because again, basically all that you're doing is you pretty much burning that off. That's your fuel for the workout. But if you striving to like gain, then that's cool. But if you striving to burn fat, I wouldn't do the steel cut oats before the workout. The only thing I would do before the workout is fruits. If you consume the steel cut oats before the workout, then you're gonna have to work out for about an hour, 30 minutes to get to the fat burning zone. Now, steel cut oats are cool. Like ain't nothing wrong with them, but I just wouldn't consume them before a workout if I'm striving to get shredded, because you want to work out in that fasted state. if you consume the steel cut oats before you work out, you're not in that fasted state. Oh yeah, Eric, yeah, milk is definitely trash for you. If you can't lift weight at this time, then you got to do a lot of circuit training with body weight movements. A lot of body weight movements. You just got to go. You got to do your body weight squats, jumping jacks, burpees, push-ups, mountain climbers, inchworms, lunges, side lunges, seal jacks. I mean, there's so many different movements you can do. You just got to do a bunch of body weight movements, and then each week you got to increase the intensity. So if you're going for time, each week that time should go up by 5 to 10 seconds. So that's the best thing to do right now if you cannot lift weights at the time. Do a lot of body weight circuits, and each week increase the time. Or if you're going for reps, increase the reps. So if you're doing 15 push-ups this week, next week you do 20. Then the week after that you do 25. So each week something should increase in regards to the intensity. So that's the best thing to do if you are unable to lift weights at this time. All right, D. It look like I'm fading out here, man. Hold on. I got to Yeah, it look like my video delayed or something on my end, man. How y'all seeing me? Am I good or am I delayed? So I feel like my computer is delayed, man. I feel like gotta fix this real quick. Hold up. All right, hold up. I think I'm good. I think I'm good now. I think I just fixed it. Every time I get the venting, and here it is doing it again, man. Every time I get the vent, man, this thing start acting crazy. Every time it get good. All right, fine now. All right, cool. All right, we finna rock it out. Y'all hit me with some questions. I gotta touch on it real quick. All right, D. So we talking about strengthening the lower back. It's a lot of things, man. I gotta do a video for that. It's some stretches, like some yoga type stretches that I would recommend for the lower back. But I definitely would recommend deadlifting if you can to strengthen that lower back. But I got to do a video. It's a whole lower back routine that I got. Some stretches that's hard to explain. So I got to do that video this week. So be on the lookout. I'm going to do that lower back routine for you this week, and it will help strengthen that lower back. But as far as like exercises to strengthen that lower back, I recommend deadlifting. That is the ultimate lower back exercise in regards to strengthening the lower back. Deadlifting. But when it comes to deadlifting, you got to make sure your form is on point, or else you will mess up your back. So that's that thin line when it comes to deadlifting. You got to make sure you're doing it properly. But when you are doing it properly, there is no better exercise to strengthen your lower back than the deadlift. I deadlift religiously. But I also have like some yoga type stretches that are very good for strengthening the lower back. So I need to do that video. I've been saying I was going to do it, but I got to do that video. Now, OG Lope, it's best to eat the vegetables in a raw state. There are a few vegetables to where cooking them to where you need to cook them. Like mushrooms would be one. Mushrooms like one of the only ones. But you want to get, if you cook them, then it's best to like steam them. Steam the veggies. Okay, Eric, there you go, man. You on the right path then. You on the right path. Yeah, lemon for the salad dressing is good. Yeah, that vinaigrette, most definitely. Yeah, Sasha, yeah, fasting without trying to. That's a lot of people do it. A lot of people fast and really don't be trying to do it consciously. Pseudo charlatans, peace. What's going on? And Eric, I appreciate that donation. Eli Smooth, basically what's happening, like the more you fast, basically your metabolism is actually decreasing. So that's why you're not as hungry. And that's another thing too. Like every time y'all bring up something, man, y'all, it's like a light bulb goes off. Man, that's another thing too that I kind of want to break down to people in regards to why calorie reduction doesn't necessarily work in regards to striving to lose weight and maintain the weight loss. So a lot of people think, and I touched on this earlier, I said it's not as simple as when it comes to weight loss, eating less, moving more. Because all that's going to happen is when you reduce your calories. So let's just say you used to consuming 2,000 calories a day and you go down to 1,500. All right, cool. You're going to see an initial weight loss, but then your body, it must adapt and adjust to that. Meaning, basically the calories out, the energy expenditure that's going out, it has to match what's going in. So instead of it staying at 2,000, instead of the calories going out staying at 2,000, it's going to go down to that 1,500. It's going to adapt and adjust. And once that happens, like basically once your metabolism matches the calories that's going in, then that's when you hit that wall. The only way that the calorie reduction would work is if the energy going out, like basically what's being burned, stays constant. So meaning if I reduce my calories to 1,500, then the calories burned staying at 2,000. But if that continued to happen, then we would die. So that's what your body knows that. Your body knows that it cannot continue to burn more than what's actually coming in. So if that continued to happen, there would be no you. So what does the body do? It adapts and adjusts. So it said, okay, so now he's only consuming 1,500 calories, then I can only burn 1,500 calories. That's why when that metabolism slows down, you may lose body heat and you may get colder because your body is making sacrifices in order to match the energy or the calories that you are bringing in. So that is what tends to happen when you do that. When you do when you live by the calorie reduction method, initially you will see the weight loss, but then your body, because it's all wise and intelligent, it doesn't want to die, it preserves itself, is going to match that. And once that happens, you reducing that metabolism, and then you're going to hit that wall, and then you're probably going to see that weight go back up. So calorie reduction, if you striving to lose any type of weight, do not strive to reduce your calories. That's not the proper method. It will work initially, then you will hit a wall. And you really not going to like how you feel. But fasting, the difference between that and fasting is that, like I was just breaking down, the calories being burned, matching what you bringing in. So if you bring it in 1,500, it's going to match the 15. Well, when you bring it in 0, obviously it's not going to go down to 0. So that's why fasting, like not intermittent fasting, but like dry fasting or water fasting, that's why that is so effective, because the body is not going to go down to 0 in regards to the metabolism or the energy that's going out or the calories that's going out. So when you go to 0, then it's not going to try to match it and go down to 0. So that's why the water fast and fasting for 24 hours, like dry fasting, that's why that's so effective. But reducing the calories, it could be a trick in regards to losing weight. That's why sometimes I don't really recommend like intermittent fasting when people are striving to lose weight, because pretty much you just reducing your calories. So the best thing to do is to go 24 hours with just like water, if you can. Yeah, if you consume a heavier meal 3 to 4 hours, the window is 2 hours. So if you consume a heavy meal, you want to give yourself at least 2 hours. So 3 to 4 hours is good. Hey, Icky's raised me. Appreciate the donation. OG Loke, there you go. OG Loke, there you go. I'm getting to some of these questions late. Excuse me as I'm venting, but Amber said, if you haven't worked out in years, what's the best way to start again? I recommend starting with all the body weight movements. I recommend starting with a basic body weight routine. So basically, this would be a solid routine to follow if you haven't worked out in years and you striving to get back to the gist of things, man. I would recommend starting with body weight squats. Just start with 20. 3 sets of 20 of the body weight squats. Get you some push-ups in. You can either try to do the regular push-ups, do them on the knee. Get you about 10 of those in. You can also get you some crunches in. Do about 3 sets of 20 on the crunches. Then you can do things like mountain climbers. Go for about 3 rounds, 30 seconds. You can do some inchworms. Like inchworms are pretty good. It's almost like a modified version of the burpee, but it's still complicated. Do you some inchworms, 3 sets of maybe 10 of the inchworms. If you're feeling good, you can try burpees. There's a lot of different modifications of the burpee. So I do maybe like 3 sets of 10 with the burpees. That's like a little basic body weight routine that I will follow. And that'll get you going. Yeah, Sasha, timing is everything. Like I tell people, they think that they're like, well, I'm eating correctly, but I'm still not seeing that number go down. Then I start asking them questions like, well, what time do you eat? A lot of people, they eat and then they go to sleep. If you striving to burn any type of fat, that is the worst thing that you can do. So a lot of people eat too late. The daily cardio, yeah, daily cardio is fine. Depending on the type of cardio. I don't recommend doing like the treadmill. I don't even recommend running every day for cardio. That can essentially mess up your knee. So I would recommend switching up the cardio. Even like the HIIT circuits that I'm talking about, that's cardio. Jumping rope. So you want to switch up the cardio. Don't just like do running, like don't run just and walk and treadmill and stuff like that. No, that can essentially tear down your knees. So you want to kind of switch up your cardio. Like I said, I like jumping rope, shadow boxing, get you a heavy bag, hit the heavy bag. Like that's all cardio. You want to just kind of switch up the cardio, but doing it every day is not a problem. Yeah, if you're physically able, doing cardio every day is not a problem. It's just the type of cardio that you're doing. Okay, if you're striving to aim for that definition, then you already know what time it is. Circuit training. Then you could do the high reps. Yeah, if you're striving for that definition, it's time to Bruce Lee it. It's time to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee lived and died by circuit training. Honestly, it has been stated that like Bruce Lee is like the father of that stuff unknowingly, like the father of like CrossFit and like circuit training. But I got a lot of books on Bruce Lee in regards to his routine, man. He did a lot of circuit training. That's actually where I got it from first, studying Bruce Lee. And it don't get any more shredded and it don't get any more defined than Bruce Lee. Yeah, Eric, that's exactly what happened, man. You start losing body heat. You start feeling sluggish. All that, man. Your energy just decreases when you reduce the calories. And that's why. Because your body is making sacrifices to match what you're bringing in, to match that calorie reduction. Pseudo charlatans, man, it's a when it comes to calories in, a lot of people say like 2,000 to 2,500 within that range. Yeah, Sasha, most people definitely do. Yeah, D, you got it then. D, you right. You sounded right up my alley. Yeah, yeah. Definitely switch it up. That's perfect. That's perfect. Eric, you talking about the ab roller? Iggy's his teacher wasn't a black man that I know of. That I know of. But if you talking about the ab roller, Eric, like I got an ab roller, it's pretty decent. Yeah, ab roller is pretty decent. And then when I want to make it a little more difficult, I do the ab rolls with like a barbell with the weighted plates on each side. But the ab roller is crucial. It can be challenging for a lot of people to do the ab roller, but the ab roller is crucial. I like the ab roller. Oh yeah, Eric, most definitely. That's why I said that I know of, meaning I pretty much don't know the black dudes that he got game from. I just don't know him by name, but I know for a fact he got the game. He got some game from him. I just don't know who because wasn't no mention of the names. But that's one of the reasons. That's another one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing in the fitness space. Because for real though, I feel like it's a lack of representation in regards to like the fitness space and Black people. Like, and I'm talking about we need more like in-depth fitness nutrition books written by us for us. Like, I honestly feel like that's something that's lacking in the Black community, man. We don't have. I mean, we got some ancestors, man, that then put out some quality work in regards to like nutrition, but just on the fitness end, I don't know too many. I don't know too many brothers or sisters on the fitness end, like what I do as far as like personal training, like anatomy and stuff like that. I don't know too many brothers and sisters that have written extensive work in those fields in regards to like books and things like that. So I feel like that's a lane that needs to be tackled, man. We need more Black people to represent in that line of work. Like we got some people that then talked about nutrition, but when it comes to like weight training, weightlifting, anatomy, and things of that nature, man, I don't know too many Black authors in that field. I know it's Black people that deal with that, but I don't know too many Black authors in that field. So we need more of a representation in that field, in my opinion. So that's one of the things I'm striving to do. Oh, D, 1000% we are. And I'm gonna give you an example of why I know this to be a fact. Y'all know me, I'm not the biggest dude by any stretch of the imagination. 5'6", $150 on a good day. On the good day. But y'all know I played college ball and I went to a predominantly white college. Man, and I know for a fact most of these dudes was juiced up. And I was still natural. I never taken anything, and I was still naturally in there lifting the same, if not more, than these dudes that was just yoked up. These white dudes that was yoked up. I'm coming in there like natural, not eating nowhere near close to what I needed to be eating. And I was still going in there. I'm talking about my squat was like at 500. My deadlift was around the same thing. I was bench pressing over 300 pounds. And again, 5'6", $150. Hang cleaning, like power cleaning, about 285. Like I was in 1,000-pound club and things of that nature. All natural. Didn't take anything. And I wasn't even eating the best at that particular time. So it was just 100% just natural, just raw strength. Something that I was just like gifted with basically. Oh, Eric Archer, yeah, man. And the crazy thing about it, I fool with Mike Rashid and I fool with CT Fletcher. I'm more so fool with Mike Rashid out of all of the ones that you named. Like I'm more so fool with Mike Rashid out of all the ones that you named. Like I got on Mike Rashid joggers right now, so I fool with what he's doing. Hey Sasha, you gotta take that compliment and roll with it. 1228 the Great. Peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Man, D, I done had some experiences and I done had some dudes basically see how small I was, but then saw the weight that I was pushing. And then it's like they were striving to do the same thing and they almost killed themselves in the gym, man. If my boy Antonio is on here right now, I saw him earlier, he can attest to that. Dudes out here striving to lift what I was lifting and they about killed themselves because they saw a smaller guy lifting all this heavy weight and they was like, wait a minute. And they'll try to put a lot of weight on that bar and do the same thing I'm doing, and they almost die. Yeah, I didn't seen some of everything. Man, I'm telling you. And the crazy thing about it, when I was out doing them, people used to swear that I was on some steroids, man. They used to swear that I was on. They used to swear that I was on them, man. They used to swear that I was on, man. But I got people that vouch for me knowing that I wasn't on nothing. But they used to, man, they couldn't believe that I was out there outdoing them the way that I was doing. Like the amount of weight that I was lifting, basically like for my size and things of that nature, like they couldn't tolerate that. Some of them wouldn't admit that, but to see me, the smaller guy outdoing the bigger guy, like they couldn't take that. So they pretty much try to break their back trying to lift what I'm lifting. Yeah, Eric, I don't know about the 1 meal a day. I know at one point he did shred up. So he was at one point he was bigger. So when he shredded up and he said he did that by doing a 1 meal a day, I could believe that. As far as him doing it now, I have no clue. But I did see where CT Fletcher is pretty much almost vegan now, but he considers it plant-based. So I was kind of good. I was glad to see that. You know, he done had a lot of issues. CT Fletcher was eating like a savage. And now he pretty much plant-based. But the problem that I have with it is he pretty much, I don't want to say he waited till it was too late, but it took for him to almost pretty much die for him to transition over to that plant-based lifestyle. Dude should have been on it. Dude should have been on it. Yeah, Sasha, I gotta, man, people thought I was on some steroids. That was crazy. I was like, man, out of all the people, y'all think little old me is on the steroids. I'm like, I'm not on them. I just been lifting a lot. I've been lifting a long time, man. I've been lifting weights since I was like 13. I lift weights, do some push-ups, whatever the case may be. I've been doing some of that stuff since I was like 13. Oh, D, listen up. I do some of everything. I do some of everything. I definitely had a cardio, but like I said, I switched my cardio up. But I mean, what's the point of working out if you're not really willing to work out that hard? So one of the best ways, like that's why they call it cardiovascular training. Like you got to work out that heart. Yeah, your heart is a muscle too. If you do not use it, you lose it. So you got to train that heart. And cardio training is the training for the heart. So a lot of those dudes be having weak hearts. You just out here just lifting weights, then that's not really healthy. That's not really the healthiest thing to do. Sure, most definitely, man. Hey, definitely, definitely. The earlier, the better. Most definitely. And that's peace, man. To see you went down, man. That's 130 pounds that you went down. That's 130 pounds, man. That's fabulous, man. Yeah, it be, man. I get some of the stories that I got in the gym crazy, man. I got so many gym stories like that, man. It don't even make any sense. It's just they don't even make any sense. Like some of the body weight circuits that I have people do. A lot of grown men can't do those body weight circuits. That's letting you know the level of shape that you are really in. Like I'm striving to be in the best shape possible. So I'm not necessarily striving to have the most muscle. I value two things. I value being in shape, talking about the best shape possible, and I value my strength. I don't want to lose my strength. So I'm always striving to do things to make sure I'm in tip-top shape. To be in shape, meaning you got to work that hard. Point blank, period. I don't want to lack the stamina. You know what I mean? Like somebody run up on me, I don't want to get tired after I have thrown 3 punches. So no, like I value my stamina. I value endurance. So I value being in tip-top shape. I don't want to be the biggest dude in the gym. I don't want my chest bulging out my shirt. I don't want my arms bulging out my shirt like that. If that happens, so be it. As long as I'm in tip-top shape. Holistic health is the name of the game. Balance is the name of the game. So these dudes that just, I'm just gonna lift weights all day, man, and don't do any type of cardio, that's incorrect. Yeah, stair machines are cool. I would, again, the best cardio, honestly, is just that jump rope. And then, like, if you can sprint, like sprinting is good, is great. But man, that jump rope, sprinting if you can. Like, I don't believe in like steady state cardio, just run at the same speed for 30 minutes. No, you want to do like intervals with that, like sprinting, then jogging, sprinting again, jogging, running uphill, that type of stuff, man. That is the best thing one of the best things that you can do, along with stair machines, ellipticals. They are cool as well, but it's a lot of different things you can do for cardio. A lot of different things. Hell, your workout can be a cardio session if you do it right. Hey, investing in your health, hey, forget if it got to temporarily hurt the pockets for the time being. We looking at the long term. We looking at the long term aspect of it. Hey, D and wait a minute now. D and Eric, I was just talking about that with a client. I said when it comes to conditioning, in regards to being in the best shape, I said boxers may be at the top. Boxers may be at the top. And I done seen some like soccer practices. Soccer practices are crazy. But I've played basketball, football, ran track. I played baseball for a minute. But boxing, man, that's some crazy training, man. As far as just like conditioning, I feel like boxers are in some of the like they may be in the best shape in regards to like just athletes. That boxing training is ridiculous. Like some of the things that those boxers do, crazy. And I done seen like soccer practices, man. They be had it, and soccer people be doing some crazy stuff too. But man, boxers be going in. And then let alone like sparring in and of itself, man, just fighting in general. Like I done had people hit the heavy bag and in like 30 seconds, man, they tired. So man, just imagine sparring with another human, bro. Like that tired, that drains you. So if you going 10, 12 rounds of just sparring, man, that stuff is draining. Then you done ran 6 miles in the morning, then you did weight training, man. Boxing is crazy. Boxing is crazy. Like to work out as a boxer is crazy. That's why I'm starting to do more of that type of training myself. But them boxers be in some crazy shape, man. If you want to get in the best shape of your life, man, just follow a boxing routine, like period. Then you will get there. Sure, man, Bruce Lee was right on point with that. I remember that quote. I remember reading that. That's why I'm always telling people, man, don't neglect that core. Don't neglect the abs. Don't neglect the lower back. Don't neglect your legs. All these dudes be just upper body, no foundation, meaning no core. Your legs, abs, obliques, lower back, crucial. A lot of dudes skip leg day. They don't want to do leg. They don't want to squat. They don't want to deadlift. They don't want to lunge. They don't want to do step ups. They don't want to do those things. They want to bench press. They want to curl. They want to do tricep extensions. They want to do the arms. Those are some of the weakest individuals because that foundation is weak. I love working my legs. I love working my abs, my lower back. Those are my favorite movements. But I know too many brothers neglect leg day. And one of the reasons why they do that is because they do stuff improperly. They don't squat correctly and things of that nature. Yep, most definitely. Strength and conditioning. That's it. That's all I'm after. I don't need to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like at the end of the day, once you get of age, like you 60 and you 70, you ain't gonna be walking around swollen buff. No, like I value my strength. I value my condition. That's it. That's all I need. Thunder Scorpion, man, I can tell I haven't gotten into sparring yet, man, but just heavy bag and shadow boxing, my goodness, man, whoo, that stuff had you shredded, had you feeling good. I mean, man, it's just a great feeling. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion. If you was training with me, I'd do legs every day if I could. But I know that I don't need to do that. But man, we played ball. We was doing a leg movement every workout. Eric Archer, you gotta touch them legs, man. You should at least touch them legs twice a week, man, in regards to like squatting, lunges, step ups, side lunges. If you in the gym, yeah, you can do like leg press, things of that nature, good mornings, all that, man. So you need to touch your legs in regards to some weights at least twice a week. Thunder Scorpion, that's the gel body for a lot of people, man. They upper body be swole. They do a lot of push-ups, close grip push-ups, diamond push-ups, regular push-ups, do a lot of crunches, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of ab work. They don't be squatting though. Oh yeah, D. My favorite movements are movements people tend to hate: squatting, deadlifting. A lot of people hate those joints. I love them. Yeah, Montel, that's the way to balance it out. That's the way to balance it out. And people don't understand when it comes to like squatting and deadlifting, man, those are full body movements. When you squatting, you're not just working your legs, yo. You working your entire body. Same with like a deadlift, man. You working your entire body. People don't understand that. Like you working your entire body when you deadlifting and you squat. Yeah, Eric Archer, like vertical jumping, and then you could do like squat jumps. I have my clients do a lot of squat jumping. Ironman marathon, I'm gonna look that up when I get off, and I'm probably gonna almost faint with you. Yeah, Sean, being swole is not necessarily what it's all cracked up to be. You can, at some point, you can have too much muscle, and your heart can't handle too much muscle. So yeah, at some point, some of those bodybuilders they go over the top with the muscle, and you placing a strain on your heart just the same as if you were overweight or obese. That strain in your heart having too much muscle because you carrying too much weight in regards to like your height. So nah, I ain't trying to get all that muscle. Yeah, kettlebell is cool as well. Sasha, basically that's like a bodybuilder look, just real muscular. That's what we mean by swole. Yeah, D, most definitely. Like, yeah, they just be swole up top for the ladies and don't have no stamina, no legs, nothing. Like I don't got time for it. I ain't got time for those type of individuals. Man, work out your legs and quit playing. Work out your back, man, your lower back, quit playing. We work out the upper back. We'll do like lat pull downs. We'll do like seated cable rolls. We'll do pull-ups, but we don't work the lower back. One of the only movements that really touches the lower back are deadlifts, but we don't do enough of that. So our lower backs, that's why our lower backs tend to be giving us problems as we age because we don't do anything to strengthen them. Deadlifting is one of those things that will strengthen the lower back. But y'all, once again, man, I done got to venting again. Been another nice live stream, man. I got a couple sessions that I got to tend to. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me answer these questions real quick. OG Lope, man, you done strain the leg, pushing it. Man, you gotta get them greens in, and you gotta do some leg strengthening exercise. Man, Louisiana, like deadlifts are pretty much almost the only thing. You could do like what's called good mornings. That's good for the lower back. But then you could do like planks. Planks is good for the lower back because the planks it's like the core. It's a core movement. So planks are good for the lower back as well. Yeah, D, I was in the body, but I got a bunch of bodybuilding books, encyclopedia bodybuilding. I got like 6 bodybuilding books. I was into it heavy, but then I'm like, nah, never mind. Yeah, sure. When the hip flexion, that was my problem, man. My hips always tight. So I'm definitely working on my hips as well. That's what I'm on right now. Yeah, Sasha, you can be too muscular. I like being lean and strong. That's it. Eric, you talking about when you flip the tire? All right, y'all. Yeah, I got it, man. I wish I could build a lot longer, man, but I be ripping and running. I'm always ripping and running. I wish I could build about 2 to 3 hours on these joints, man. I be having a lot more to say, especially the longer I get on. That's crazy. But I got these sessions I gotta go tend to. So I gotta run these people through the ground. Y'all know how I go. I gotta post that back routine. It's a whole back routine that I got. I'm probably try to do that maybe tomorrow or Friday, and I'll post it up. So y'all be on the lookout for that back routine. Telling y'all is crucial. Because I tweaked my back about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago, and I fixed it with this back routine. So I'm gonna post that for you all. You can do it like 3 to 4 times a week, and I guarantee you're gonna see improvements in your back. Even if your back don't hurt right now, you still gonna see improvements in the back. So I'll make sure that I post that for you, maybe either tomorrow or Friday. But I gotta tend to these clients, man. I gotta go run them through the ground. Y'all be easy. Y'all enjoy this Wednesday evening. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Again, the topic may be revolving around something in regards to health and fitness. Once again, pretty much gonna start talking about that a lot more consistently, man. Because again, that's my line of work. That's what I do. So I'm gonna probably start talking about that a lot more consistently. So again, man, y'all be easy out here, man. Y'all enjoy this Wednesday. Y'all get some healthy foods in your system. Y'all be peaceful. Get your meditation on. Do the knowledge. Do something positive and productive to end this day. Y'all be easy, man. I'm out. Peace.